All right. Hi there, my YouTube fam. It is me, Chelsea, your tarot reader and intuitive guide as we navigate this human life. As you can probably already tell, today's Tarot Tuesday reading is a little bit different. It's just me sitting here with my computer, with my camera at my desk, unedited video. And we're gonna do a reading. I'm gonna pull a tarot and an oracle card, and I'm also here to talk to you about my book, Let It Break, some accounts on breaking, healing, and otherwise navigating the human experience, that launches July 14th. Oh my goodness, I can't even believe it. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna do our reading. We're going to pull some cards, and then I'm going to read to you 3 of the pieces from the book titled Whiskey Part 1, Whiskey Part 2, and Whiskey Part 3. So if you are one of my lovely Patreon babes, thank you so much. You've already heard these. If you're not, get over on Patreon. They get everything before you guys do. But I am going to read all 3 of them in a row, so you can kind of hear the juxtaposition of each one, which I think is kind of fun. So let's dive into our reading. Let's see what the cards have to say, and then we'll dive into the book. So we're pulling the Empress, and we're pulling Fortune Favors the Bold. Oh my goodness. Like, is this just not the sweetest message as I'm here to tell you guys about my book? This amazing creative project. And I swear to God, I didn't plant these. I just pulled random cards like I always do. So the Empress, she is our creative mother. She is rooted in the heart. The heart is where the wild stems from. She is all about birthing things into reality. She's not too concerned with the how. She's just concerned with the what, with staying connected to her wildness, with her feminineness. She's not so concerned about the structure. The Emperor will take care of that later. She just knows, I need to be connected to my heart. I need to be connected to a sense of abundance, and I need to let that abundance flow. And we love Fortune Favors the Bold. To me, what this message is saying is dare to believe that your dreams, that the things you want to create, that your vision, that your love deserves to exist in reality. Dare to believe that, because if you don't believe that for yourself, who is going to? Who is going to boldly bring your visions and your creative desires to life? Just do it. What are you wanting to create? What are you wanting to bring forth? Let us do it, shall we? That feels like very firmly the message we're getting in our reading this week. So let's create magic. Let's dare to believe that the magic we want to create deserves to exist in reality. Oh, how amazing. How beautiful is that? I love it. So this is my book, friends. If you've been around, I've been doing these Tarot Tuesday readings for a little over a year. I started them in the spring of 2021 as I was trying to lean into the most aligned version of myself. And as I did that, my world fell apart around me. As it tends to do. But fortune favors the bold, and we have to move in the direction of our desires even when it feels scary and terrifying, and everything is changing, and everything is chaos, and we're living through the tower sometimes, which was very much my reality literally a year ago. I remember creating the Tarot Tuesday video for this week last year, and it was the 4th of July, and I was like, screw the 4th of July. The 4th of July sucks. I was miserable. I had just ended my relationship. It was such a tough time, but these videos kept me rooted. So if you've been around, thank you so much for being here. The result of all the change I went through, there's a lot of results, but the tangible result is this book. I'm so in love with it. Her name is Let It Break. She is a collection of poems, prose, spells, and just accounts as I walked through the proverbial tower and had to navigate the loss of love and friendship and wade through fear and uncertainty and change and step into surrender and acceptance. So she is divided into 3 parts, part 1 being the tower, part 2 being the void, and part 3 being the wishes fulfilled. And I am going to start by reading the first piece from each part, entitled Whiskey Part 1, Whiskey Part 2, and Whiskey Part 3. Okay, the tower. Whiskey Part 1. It's a Thursday in August, and I'm 3 whiskeys deep at 9:30 p.m. Since when do I even drink whiskey? I want to sit on the balcony, but it's so fucking humid outside because it's New England, and it's summer, and it rained all day. I'm writing and crying and yelling and trying not to stop myself from feeling even the most unpleasant of feelings, because they must be felt eventually. I've tried the opposite, and it didn't work, so this is the only way. I cannot understand how I've arrived at this place while simultaneously I know exactly where I am and why. The only certainty I have to hold on to is that deep down, I wished for this, as shitty as that feels. There's a rainbow in the corner of my whiskey glass. It's not really a rainbow, just a reflection from the light of the TV, but it feels like magic nonetheless. And so I'll drink my magic whiskey, and I'll sit here at the base of this collapsed tower. I'll sit here among the ruins of a tower that once housed love and a life I no longer know. I'll cry and I'll yell. I'll let it be a spell. Part 2, The Void, Whiskey, Part 2. It's a Tuesday in February, and I'm 5 whiskeys deep at 10 p.m. I had no intention of drinking 5 whiskeys, especially not on a Tuesday. But we were at dinner and everyone was enthralled in their conversations while I sat in the middle bouncing in and out. You finish a drink much more quickly when you have nothing to say. And I'd love to be out on the balcony, but it's February in New England. So instead, I'll curl up in my bed and cry and wonder why people, myself included, aren't better at seeing, at listening, at connecting. I'll curse this wall that I feel like I'm pushing against. Why must there be a wall? I want so badly for this temporary answer to be the long-term solution, but deep in my bones, I know that it's not. It's a slice, not the full meal. Deep down, I know that I wished for the full meal. It'll take me a few more months before I accept this. I've had to do a lot of accepting lately, and right now I'm just not in the mood. Right now, I'm occupying the void. Right now, I'm choosing to let myself get carried away in fantasy because the reality is I'm tired and angry and accidentally 5 whiskeys deep on a Tuesday. Remind me never to do this again. Okay, part 3, the wishes fulfilled. It's a Friday in May, and I'm 4 whiskeys deep at 11 p.m. When's the last time I had this many whiskeys? I'm out on the balcony, the door is open, and the record player is blasting. Joy and possibility feel palpable and available at every turn. There's a buzz that cannot be denied. A beautiful spring night in New England like this is such a gift. So much remains the same, and yet everything is entirely different. I am entirely different. I know this will hurt when I wake up tomorrow, but tonight I'm the best I have been in a long while. And I sense that once I get through the misery of a hangover, that fact will remain. I'm dancing and singing and celebrating the crispness of the air. The fog has lifted. The lines have become more defined. I am in the right place, the place I have dreamed of being, the place I knew was certain, if only after trudging through an excess of uncertainty. Deep down, I knew I would get here eventually. I am so glad I wished for this. And there she is, my friends. My book, Let It Break. Thank you so much for being here with me each and every Tuesday. I appreciate it so much, and I hope that you will come join us next Thursday, July 14th at 8 p.m. Eastern over on Facebook or Instagram. Both are linked in the description below. After that, pre-sales for the book will be open. I will be keeping pre-sales open for a week so that I then know how many books to order. And from there, I can expect a few weeks before I'll be able to ship them out. I'm hoping to ship out all orders the first week of August. Orders will go out in the order in which they are received. If you'd like to get yours quickly, join us on Patreon. The link to purchase the book will open up 2 days to Patreon subscribers before it does the general public. So if you want your copy quickly, join us over on Patreon, and that's also where, I mean, everything goes there first. So get on there if you're not there with us already. Let us go create the things of our dreams. Let us be wild. Let us be bold. And I'll see you guys next week.